If you're all that your 17-year-old and 22-year-old have, you shouldn't be using meth. And you shouldn't be using meth because number one, it's not the right thing to do and your children are depending on you. And number two, you have health issues.
Welcome to the bench of justice.
All right, who is here on Valerie Martinez? All right, and probation, this is an application.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court is calling 2022 CR 5304, State of Texas versus Valerie Martinez. Can I have parties approach and announce for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Jacqueline Lamerson for Ms. Martinez.
And are you Valerie Martinez? All right, I'm gonna need you to speak up, okay? Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, or did you review it with your client?
I have. I
Court-
did and I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waive.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we're proceeding on count one and waiving count two.
Any objection?
None.
Ms. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
She is and she was.
Ms. Martinez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. There's restitution of $114 to the Bexar County lab for testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Judge. The only addition I'd make is that the fine is to be probated.
All right, that's correct. State?
Yes, that is a deal, Your Honor.
Showing you what's entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, there been any such motions?
None, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, and a drug court referral. Did you understand those were recommendations by the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense as charged in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
State offer sheets to the one and all attachments.
No objections.
Ms. Martinez, I'm showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, the right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge, we waive PSI.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, just that she's committed to doing well and wants to do well on her probation.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
How many?
2,
What are their ages?
22 and 17.
And where's your 17-year-old?
She's at home
Who's with
with
your
my
son?
son,
With who?
with my son.
And there's no other adult in the house?
No, with them.
All right, when's the last time you were employed?
About 8 years ago.
Doing
Yes.
what?
Disabled, Judge.
All right, what's your disability?
I have seizures and nerve damage on my right leg.
How often are you using meth and heroin?
That- I
Okay,
really
let's
want
not do that,
Mhm.
because you're here for meth and heroin. So how often have you been using meth and heroin before you went to the jail?
Heroin, I don't use. Meth, I would use it like here and there. Something.
This is not a here and there meth use, because I've read the police report.
I really, it's here and there.
So you're getting in a strange car with a guy you don't know, just taking a ride from him, and he just happens to have heroin, and you just happen to have meth. I don't know anybody who's not under the influence, who's accepting strange rides from people unless they're children. How old are you?
I'm 38.
So you're 38, so you're not accepting rides from complete strangers, which is what you told them in the police report, that you didn't even know the driver, you were just accepting a ride. Who does that? So when the police arrested you, how often were you using meth?
I have this gram a day, 3 grams a day.
So why were you just not honest with me about that? Why are you pretending like you don't have a drug problem? Everybody on this planet has something that they're working through. We all hoped that whatever is not what we want it to be in our life, that we're working to improve that and improve who we are. I mean, you've already pled to a drug case. I've read the police report. So you're not sober, you're using drugs. And in order to become sober, you're going to have to admit that you first have been using drugs and that you have a problem. Otherwise, I can't help you. Otherwise, maybe you should just go to prison. So you just want to go to prison and do your time?
No, Judge, I think she might have been confused. There was quite a bit of time from the arrest that she was out on bond until today, and her rearrest on the FTA.
I don't think she was confused. I think she is trying to pretend like she doesn't have a drug problem. But it's obvious you do. So we're going to take care of it if you want it taken care of.
She does.
So counsel, has there been anything that she's done to support her habit that would make her a better candidate for Esperanza Court? Because felony drug court, they have a waiting list.
I'm not aware of anything
You want to ask her?
recently.
In the past is fine. If it's something she's done in the past, that's good.
I know we spoke to pretrial about potential, she talked to pretrial about potential just substance abuse treatment and stuff.
Well, what I'm saying is there's a certain requirements for Esperanza Court. Do you want to speak to her and see if she meets the requirements of Esperanza Court?
At this time, I'm not aware of any, Judge.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated in prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's $1,000 fine, probated. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. That'll be the first referral. Then it will be Esperanza Court. That will be the second referral. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation while in custody.
Can that happen before the holidays, Judge? I would like to see her out for the holidays.
It's not going to happen before the holidays. It's whatever they have available. they'll do it as quickly as they can. So that TAP evaluation is to take place while in custody. It's to follow TAP recommendations.
Judge, is there any way we can have an appointment for that? I just would hate, since we are granting her probation and saying that she is a candidate to be out, that she doesn't get to spend the holidays with her family.
My fear for your client, Ms. Martinez, because she's been dishonest to the court, is that she's going to use. And here's the thing, be it heroin, be it meth, that could be the last time she uses.
The drug test every single day I will.
No. So that'll be TAP evaluation while in custody, follow the TAP recommendations. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want field visits upon release. And that'll be 2 times per month. And probation, if you wish to make one of those field visits, her reporting, that can count for reporting. We're going to do the UA hotline until further notice upon release. 150 hours of community service restitution, 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide the COVID vaccination with booster. The court is not requiring you to do that, but if you do that, that will be waived. Proof of employment or disability within 40 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with Gilbert Gonzalez. Probation, is there anything she needs?
Your Honor, on the UA hotline, how often would you like her tested?
Once a week.
And that'll be all.
Okay, and then, of course, regular reporting.
Your Honor. Yeah.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful, Ms. Martinez? All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. I know you want to be out for the holidays. Everybody wants to be out for the holidays. But this is what I can tell you. You're trying to set up your future, right? And your children, 17 and 22, you can always celebrate the holidays after the holidays.
I want to be with my daughter, she's 17.
I mean, I think she knows about Santa Claus and everything. And she knows what Christmas is about.
I'm not that they have.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you're all that your 17-year-old and 22-year-old have, you shouldn't be using meth. And you shouldn't be using meth because, number one, it's not the right thing to do, and your children are depending on you. And number two, you have health issues where you shouldn't be using meth. And let me ask you this question. If you hired me as a babysitter for your 17-year-old and 22-year-old, just to be there, because sometimes you want an adult in the house, right? To look after them, to make sure everything goes well, right? And let's say your attorney recommends me to do that, and you check all of my references, they're great. And your children say, yeah, we like Stephanie. Let her come by whenever you can't be here to make sure everything is running well. And you decide to hire me. And as I'm leaving, I tell you, I probably should let you know, I do a gram of meth a day. Would you still want me looking after your 17 and 22-year-old?
No.
That's the position you're in. You are that babysitter who's doing great with the children. And then I'm going to hire you. And then you turn around and tell me I've been using a gram of meth a day. That's not good for your children. You understand?
Yes.
And honestly, I don't know what would happen if I would release you. You may end up using, and that may end up being a bad batch, and you may end up overdosing. Then what kind of holiday would that be for your children?
I
Okay.
understand.
All right. Good luck to you.
Judge, I just want to ask one more time if you'll reconsider. I just think that there was confusion with the time of the offense versus today, which has been quite a bit of time. To be successful on this probation and to trust in the process, I think that giving her the time out and allowing her to decide to do well and show this court that she can do well, and she's willing to do daily UAs. I don't think she was trying to be dishonest with this court at all. I do think she just didn't understand and the difference between then and now. If there's just anything the court can consider, any condition, she'd be happy to meet to be able to spend the holidays with her
All
family.
right, thank you. And I appreciate the argument that you've given, counsel, but my ruling stands. Good luck with you.
May I be excused?
Yes.
The courtroom falls silent as the case is called State of Texas versus Valerie Martinez. She steps forward, a mother of two, now facing a felony charge for possession of methamphetamine. The judge begins with formalities, confirming documents, rights, and the plea. Guilty. One word changes everything. The deal is set: 5 years, suspended for probation, a fine, and strict conditions. It seems routine until the judge starts asking questions. Do you have children? Yes. 2. That's when the tone shifts. The judge digs deeper: employment, health, and then the real issue. How often were you using meth? Martinez hesitates. Here and there. But the judge isn't convinced. This is not here and there. I've read the report. The truth begins to unravel. What started as minimization turns into something far more serious. Clear signs of addiction. Why are you pretending like you don't have a drug problem? The courtroom grows tense. This isn't just about a crime anymore. It's about denial. The judge makes it clear. Recovery starts with honesty. You can't get help if you won't admit the problem. Then comes the turning point: her children. A 17-year-old still at home. No supervision. No stability. That's not safe, the judge says firmly. Despite everything, the court gives her a chance. Not prison, but probation with strict conditions. Drug treatment, testing, supervision, and accountability. But there's a warning. If I release you and you use again, that could be the last time. The message is clear. This isn't just about law. It's about life and death. As the hearing ends, one truth remains. This isn't the end of her story. It's the moment she decides whether to change or lose everything.